You stand on the precipice of an abyss. You now have two choices, as many other times have now. Either step forward or turn around. When looking at these choices immensely, a plethora of thought comes to mind. So let now consider the first option of going forward and stepping into the abyss. But what do we mean by abyss? Just a deep hole with no end in sight? Utter darkness? Endless falling? With not even so much of a hint of a button? Where one, if one were to do such a thing, find himself being caught like a stone on the floor, having taken the step towards taking the step to step into the abyss. Now, the other option would mean turning around, but that would have many implications. Some might consider you an abyssophobe or call you a coward. But but be that as it may, we still have no clear definition of option and abyss. Let us now consider another option. Totally standing still. This has many advantages, as it precludes one from the simple binary choice of either or, but also complicates things quite a bit. This third option, now we have 3 points, and we haven't even begun thinking about possible combinations or compromises. As one can see, from these simple choices, a whole world of ideas and possibility opens up, and lets the mind wander in awe, as far as thoughts can carry one, like Icarus when he headed for the dreadful sun, without having the proper wings. We now have to be careful not to get lost in thought too much. Before us still remains the choice: 1, 2, nay, 3, nay, and endless possibilities, half possibilities, not much unlike that cat from Schrödinger. Has it not just the option of being dead or alive, but also maybe, like a whimpering animal, of meowing? But that is for physicists to decide. But let us not overstep our initial umriss of this question now, as we have already broadened the scope of this inquiry from the mere binary choice of forward and backward toward a third of indifference, if such thing exists, but haven't even touched on a fourth possibility, a real one here, coming to us now in full into view, this new perspective of going around the abyss tangentially. This will at once sidestep the issue we have ourselves caught in, namely, of going either or forwards or backwards, or appearing as someone who is faced with a choice under pressure for a crowd, not doing anything, standing still, and maybe being thought of having soiled his pants. By sidestepping, we can break the spell, indicating with firm conviction our life and not soiled pants, and going into movement, Bewegung, that ever true indication of life, same as breath of the wind, when it carries a bird up into the air and carries its wonderful tones, to us pleasant, but who is to say it's not hostile war cry for territory and domination, and then again giving us a new hope that we are on the move? While science is still not sure what constitutes, as Einstein put it, E equals mc squared, then movement only being relative in a sense, as one who can think will surely comprehend, that when two things come near each other, it is not clear who is doing the movement. So we come to the problem of movement. Movement as going to the grocery store to fill one's shopping bags with stuff for later consuming to keep the body going, or simply of a scampering deer hiding from his bloodthirsty hunter, is everywhere. Yet, it's not without time that such things come to pass, because without time, there could be no progression in time and hence no movement, in the words of the ancient Romans, QED. Time give all and takes all, like the constant ebb and flow of the sea, when retreating, showing more sand and little creatures scampering about, and when the tide is high, everything being consumed, like the great deluge that was in the days of Noah. But we need no ark to see that, because we stand on the shore without a boat. Man, as it is known, can conquer all, but he is not born with the ability to swim. That has to be acquired, conquered, wrung from the hands of greedy, hostile nature. Triviality proves no problem to the educated mind, yet many things not trivial are open, left to ponder and wonder for those who have eyes to see and mind to wonder. Broadening their horizons, they can see, swimming. What for? Are we fish? Nay. Yet as evolution so beautifully shows us, we come from the sea, having long cast aside, behind us. It may be our motherland, but it's not our homeland anymore. We only visit it, invade it, exploit it, take fancy cruises on it, and that may be the end of that.